The first thing that we're gonna do, because it's a fall menu, we're gonna do a New England clam chowder. Is there anyone in here that do not eat pork? Because this particular recipe do call for pork, but realistically, I don't have to use pork to do it, but the pork give it a lot more flavor, and it allow you to make a nice roux. And what a roux is, anyone know what a roux is? R-O-U-X? Well, a roux is maybe flour or oil base with butter or oil. So just what I do, and this is going to be something that's going to be real easy. Like I have the pot going real quick, and it's at nice temperature. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add the bacon to it, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to render the fat from the bacon, and that's where you're going to get all the oil. Okay, that same oil I use to saute the peppers and the onions, and then I add the flour to make a roux. And the roux is what, you know, is the base of it. Like whenever your grandmother or your mother make chicken, she put a little flour, you know, to thicken it up, is a gravy, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. So if I'm going too fast, again, stop me, because, you know, I tend to go pretty fast. So I'm trying to slow it down, and I'm gonna go off of, you know, my notes that I have here. But I need one brave soul to come up and help me dice some onions. Anyone? 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 Come on, sir. Come on. What's your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy? Yeah. My man. All right. I'm going to set you up with an onion over here, and I'm going to set you up with a pepper over here. So, you smell that bacon, right?
Mm. Good. Love bacon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So, you want to sear it, so you extract all the flavor out of it. So basically when this is done, you're going to have a lot of bacon fat, so we can use that as the roux, so we don't have to put oil in there. We might need to put a little oil in there, but we don't have to. Okay. You see? Easy. It's nice and uniform, and that's what you're looking for all the time. You want uniformity, you know. So, how we looking over there, EJ? I set them up over there, huh? You ain't finished yet? Yeah, that was a clam juice. So I add the clams itself, then I add the clam juice. So now it's gonna start looking like a soup. So why do you have to separate it? You don't have to, but I like to show you the process of what I'm doing. I'm going to cheat a little bit. This is clam base right here. So you can add a little clam base, because a lot of time we don't have the time. This is concentrated clam base, and it's just, you know, as a chef, we don't have time to reduce fish stock, you know, stock all the way down. So we cheat a little bit. So we add the base, and I'm quite sure you guys use that at the house. Okay. What we're going to do next, we're going to chop these are mushrooms. Of course, we all know what mushrooms look like. These are fancy mushrooms. So what we're going to do, we're just going to rough chop them. Who know what a rough chop is? Just a rough chop? Yeah, it's just a rough chop. Yeah, we're just using it for stuffing, so Stephen can't mess this up, okay? He can't mess this up. Also, I want to thank Stephen, because he came in. He's my electrician. He came in and got me this nice spotlight that's shining on me so I can look good up here on the stage. So he's so basically what you want to do with this with the mushroom, again, tuck your fingers, because you don't want to lose them. We don't have no insurance around here. So you just want to just keep them tucked, and you just want to just keep moving. You just rough chopping them, okay?
Well, you have to slow the frame down. The speed frame.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna get this pot nice and hot, because whenever you're cooking, you always want to, depend on what you're cooking, you always want to have a nice hot pot. It makes a world of a difference. This is just regular oil. I try not to use olive oil, because olive oil have a lot of pomace, and that could really ruin the flavor. Canola, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Huh? Canola oil. Canola. Yeah, canola oil. Yeah, that's canola oil. Okay. So while he's doing that, I'm going to take an onion, which I already have. I'm going to take a pepper. How you doing over there, Steve? Okay. You're not... Well, I got... Those knives just came from the sharpener today, so be careful. Every Tuesday. He's over there cutting the mushrooms. And we're going to use this as a stuffing, okay? Okay? All right. You guys watching what I'm doing? You can see it? Okay. Oh, yeah. Oops. How are we looking, Stephen? I'm done over here. You done? Okay. Rough cut. Okay. Perfect. 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 Thank you. All right. I know you guys are probably looking at my pot and say, man, these pots are dirty. But when you see a pot like this, doesn't mean this pot has got its works. It's been used. It's well seasoned. And like in my last cooking class, I tell people all the time, whenever you see a pot I was on Channel 5 years ago, and I got back to the restaurant, and they cussed me out because they said the pot was so, I could have got some newer pots, but people got to understand with these pots, when you see them like this, they're very seasoned. They're seasoned well. If you do get a new pot, not a Teflon or, coated pan like this, just a regular saute pan, what you want to do, you either want to use some kosher salt and just put it in the oven, or you want to just leave it on the stove at high heat, or you want to just put some olive oil, and that's how you coat the pot, So if you do that, it'll pretty much act like the same as a non-stick Teflon pan, okay? We're going to shock the vegetables, and whenever you shock the vegetable, it's just like cooking a piece of roast. You shock the meat, so you seal in all the flavor. You follow what I'm saying? You always want to use high heat, okay? So we have some pasteurized crab meat right here. A little bit of lump, a little bit of back fin. This is pasteurized, so it could be eaten as is. There you go. There you go. So what we're going to do, and again, this is going to be fast, easy. You guys going to run home and say, baby, I know how to make stuffing. It's so fast. It's quick. It's real quick. Yeah, it's crab meat. So we got our peppers. We got our onions. We got our mushrooms. We're going to sear that on real good. We're gonna add our crab meat. We're going to put a little bit of Old Bay, some fresh thyme, and then we're going to add a little panko to thicken it up. The panko is a binder, okay? All right? Now, you see a little smoke? Don't be alarmed. That's perfect. That's perfect. I was doing a cooking demonstration on Atlanta Live this morning, and they started panicking, and I started panicking because it was smoking, and I didn't see no fire detector around, so I wanted to make sure I didn't burn down the studio. But that's what you want to see. You want to see that your pot is smoking. That's when you know it's ready. So when you add your product in there, that's what you want to hear. If you put your product in there, you don't hear anything, it's not hot enough, okay? It's just not hot enough, okay? So we're going to use a spoon, and we're just going to, you smell all that, right? Yeah, we're just going to cook that down. Y'all could come up and watch. Come on up. Don't be afraid. Add a little parsley. Parsley is good because it's a non-functional garnish. Come on. Yeah. Yeah.
The onion, the green pepper, red pepper, green pepper.
Yeah. Okay. So now you see the onions and everything is nice and cooked, is nice and translucent, and that's what you want, okay? So what we want to do, we just want to just combine this, kind of just fold it in, just fold it in little by little, just fold it in little by little. and it'll just work itself out. It's a white wine butter sauce, but I'm gonna twist it with a little, I'm gonna put a little Jamaican in it. We all know what this is, right? All right, all right. So I'm peeling the mango, right? So what I'm gonna do, first of what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make the base of it. And whenever you're making a beurre blanc, you always wanna start with white wine, because again, it's a white wine butter sauce. Okay, so add your wine.
I have a question. Do you use real white wine, or do you use the white wine cookie?
Yeah.
Either one?
It's just gonna be a little bit more expensive. It's the same thing.
Right, you're not spending money on it.
It's the same thing. You rather just get the cheap cooking wine. It's gonna work the same effect. It's gonna be the same effect. So what I'm gonna do also, I have an onion right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna slice this onion right here. We don't have to dice it because what we're gonna do, we want to keep the onion intact. So I'm just gonna have some nice slices. You guys seeing it? So we're gonna use a little bit of the mango, but we're also gonna use the mango syrup. And then we're gonna let that reduce down, reduce. Gonna let this cook down, and then we're just gonna work the whole butter. The whole butter is actually already diced. I need the trout, sir. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Huh? No, this is gonna be the sauce for the stuffed trout.
When they go back and finish it, are they using any seasonings that you didn't have up here?
Finishing.
And for this one, did you say go finish it off? Are there any additional seasonings that they're using?
No, it's done. That's it. That's it. We're gonna make some croutons for everyone. Then we're gonna get some more people up here. We're gonna, work on our knife skills. Okay. Huh? You good with knives? Okay, we'll see. Okay. And then while that's going, I have a treat, a dessert for you guys, but we'll do that a little bit later on. Okay? So what I'm doing, I'm making croutons. The first thing that you guys want to do, start with your butter. And I just have just regular bread. Regular bread, I cut in 3 pieces. Okay? And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut small size croutons. Real small and uniform. Okay, so now what I'm doing, you see this butter? You see it's getting a little dark right here? That's called beurre noir or beurre noisette. It's a French terminology again. Burnt butter. It's brown butter. Brown butter. When you brown the butter, you get a lot of flavor, a lot of nuttiness. It tastes like a little, like a hazelnut flavor. Yeah. So we got the 8-ounce rainbow trout. Okay. What we're gonna do? We're gonna saute it off real nice. I'm gonna do one at a time, and then I'm gonna have somebody else come up here and saute the trout. Okay. Exactly the way I do it. Whenever you sauteing your fish, for presentation-wise, I'm going to do the skin side down first, because when we present it to you guys, it's going to be folded, so you're going to see the skin. So you always want to drop it away from you. You don't want to drop it, oh, and then you're wearing it. You drop it away from you. So if it splashes, splash that away. It doesn't, it'll splash and hit Mark over here. Okay, so. Huh? Yes. You always got to put oil. Yes, you always have to put oil in your pan. Okay? So for presentation-wise, you want to get a nice little color to it. Okay? This is protein, so it doesn't take a long time to cook. So this is what you want, nice little color to it. You don't ever want to overcook fish. So you just want a nice little color to it. Okay? You ready to go?
Okay.
Yes, and drop it away from you. Yeah, away from you. There you go. On the microphone?
The fish turns white.
Okay, I'm sorry, sweetie. Whenever you cook in protein, you could actually look at the fish, or you could, break it a little bit if you want to. And once it starts turning white on the inside, that you know that it's cooked. Yeah, before you want to turn it over. Okay?
That's good?
A little more. That's fine. Perfect. Plantain, and I'm going to fry it to show you, how we do it here at Chef Rob's. People always ask me, well, Chef, I can't get the right plantains. And they go to the farmer's market and they get this type of plantain and they try to cook it down. They say, well, it's not the same plantain. Well, they're not buying the right plantain. They got to make sure that they buy it. Either way, it works. All right? So what I'm going to do when this pan heat up, I'm just gonna fry it. You could use a deep fryer. Then you flip them over to the other side, and that's it. Okay, so these plantains gonna get nice and brown. And then once they're nice and brown, then we'll just turn them over on the other side, okay? But you also got to remember, when you add all these product into the pan, it naturally is going to cool the pan down, okay? So if we have the pan that's running at 100 degrees, and when we add all this stuff, it's naturally going to take the temperature down. As she's doing this little by little, we're just going to take a spoon. Go ahead and cut that for me. You cut it right there. There you go. Too much water. Yeah.
Okay, so like.
There you go. Yeah. We're not going to cook it on it. What we're going to do, we're just going to let them get nice and brown. We're going to add a little sugar, brown sugar. And then once it's... Huh? It's all right. It's working itself out. You try to keep them in the same.
You told me to fill the corners.
Okay. Right there.
No?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, keep filling. Yeah. So now, this is hot. Well, that's how it's supposed to come out. Okay? For the most part. For the most part. Where's your sugar?
Right here.
Oh,
Right here.
oh, okay. All right. We could use a powdered sugar. So.
Very informative. Food was awesome. Food was amazing. Yes, would definitely do it again. The instruction was great. The hands-on was great. It was just enough, not too much, not too little, which was nice. Learned a little bit about everything. Everybody was included. Brought everything around to us so we could see everything. It was a lot of fun, yeah. It was great. The interaction was great.
Well, I'm Coriel DuBose, the founder and CEO of the Single Wives Club, and tonight I was Chef Rob's sous chef. So I assisted him with his cooking class. I did a little bit of sauteing. I didn't do too much, but I definitely assisted where I could, and I had tons of fun and learned a lot.